Good evening and welcome to the first module of Samsara and NIRVANA. And tonight's meditation is about the 8 sufferings, and it's also quite a short text, so we'll have a lot of time to just contemplate, breathe in, breathe out, and share some thoughts about the sufferings. So we'll start with just a basic breathing meditation and just trying to quieten the mind. So focus on the breath as it flows naturally in and out for just a few minutes. Breathing in, breathing out. You may wish to count the breath, 1 in, 2 out, or just let it flow, whatever suits you. Also try to loosen all tension and be here right now in the moment, the present. While breathing in, breathing out. Thinking about, as a human being, so many things are considered important: food, liquids, sleep, safety. But sometimes we even forget the breathing, how important that is. I mean, we could never survive without the breathing. We could go for some time without food, even liquids. But breathing, we have to do it. And it's always right here with us. So while we're breathing in, breathing out, we just let go of all tension. Sense that we are, in fact, alive, human beings. While also breathing in, let go of mental dullness and all the disturbing thoughts that arise. All speculation can have a pause right now. It will come back when we go out of the meditation, so just let it go. Whenever you notice an object coming to mind, other than the breath, just let it go and return your awareness to the flow of the breath. See if you can remember alertness and clarity. The alertness that tells you that your mind is straying away, and the clarity of the object, the breath. Now allow a second change, just a small short change, as when you breathe in, you will visualize white light flowing in with your incoming breath. At this time, your mind should now be more calm, more clear, ready to set the motivation for the meditation session. Breathing in white light, filling your entire body. It might be beneficial to just imagine your body as completely hollow and filling it entirely with this white light. Now, even a new change when we visualize in the space in front of us, Shakyamuni Buddha, surrounded by infinite Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and all of the holy gurus in the direct and indirect lineage of the teachings. We are filling the space around us, visualizing all sentient beings, infinite Mother, infinite Father. Open eyes, longing, yearning for peace, a break from suffering, wanting desperately to be happy, and equally wanting to avoid suffering. Recall how they have been kind numberless times as your mother and in other ways. All of them have been your kind mother, and you wish to repay the kindness. Now contemplate rays of light coming from the holy beings, flowing into yourself and into all mother-centered beings. As the light absorbs into you and into all sentient beings, it purifies all negativity and obscurations and brings about all the needed realizations for tonight's practice, especially tonight's topic on the suffering, the 8 sufferings of being in samsara. Feel that it washes your body inside and out, preparing you to understand, become a pure vessel, avoiding the 3 dirty vessels, unsuitable vessels. Removing obscurations that prevent you from better understanding and taking to mind, taking to heart. Make a heartfelt request to be able to realize the essential point of this meditation and tonight's teachings by Venerable for the purpose of being able to perfectly benefit all mother-sentient beings. Also think about the 2 rules from the Bodhisattva vows. May this be of the benefit of all sentient beings, and may my actions be to the benefit of sentient beings. That's the Mahayana path. And to beginning with the body of the meditation on the 8 sufferings, we'll think that the purpose is to recognize the suffering nature of our current samsaric existence and thereby develop the wish to be free of suffering and its causes. Reflect on the examples of the 8 sufferings in your own life. Thinking about the first suffering, birth. It can be a beautiful moment having a child, but birth itself, coming out in the cold, the raw feeling being pushed through the birth channel, crying, being separated from the warmth, safe environment. This is not the first time, and it's absolutely not the last time. Countless births, rebirths. The second suffering, aging. No matter how it twist and turn it, we are growing older moment by moment. Right here, right now, it's difficult to see me aging, but over the years, I can tell the small signs of growing older and older. And the third suffering, sickness. Nobody likes sickness. The flu that has haunted the entire globe for several years, and just a mild cold, child sickness. severe sickness. It's part of life, and it will happen. No body, no sentient being has avoided sickness. The fourth suffering, death. Nobody escapes death. Humans, animals, all sentient beings in the 6 realms, in the desire realm, will die eventually. We don't know when or how, but it will happen. Think of the dying process, how much it's feared. In many cultures, including mine, people don't like to talk about death. Think about death. In my culture, people are hidden away in coffins. People cry at death. In the dying process, people are grasping onto life, not wishing to part from the dear ones, their possessions. The circle of life. And all along in the cycle of life, the 6th suffering is just being separated from the pleasant. Like taking a hot bathtub, we will eventually have to get up of the water and it gets extremely cold. Or out of bed, out of meditation. We have to go to work instead of enjoying staying at home. It's just a part of life. Whatever happiness we might have, it is contaminated because it won't last and it won't bring along eternal happiness. The 7th is not achieving one's desire. Whatever we want, whatever we need. No reason we should get it all. And once we don't get whatever we need, whatever we want, anger arises, aversion. For instance, certainty of our life, certainty of our fate, certainty of whatever will happen to us in this life. There is no certainty. We have to work for food, work for a living, go to school. If we are living in the animal realm, we have to hunt, be hunting. The 8th suffering sums up all of the 7 sufferings, thinking that we have to take rebirth with contaminated aggregates. Contaminated meaning that it's polluted, that happiness will turn into unhappiness. The suffering of change. The suffering of change. Everything will change. The car I just recently bought is already disintegrating and it will break down. It's not new anymore. And my life, everyone's life is characterized by the all-pervasive compounded suffering. Even the rich person lying happily on the side of the pool is suffering from the all-pervasive compounded suffering, going through this cycle of life, and eventually will suffer death. No one has ever escaped death. Thinking that the contaminated aggregates, our afflictions, disturbing emotions, and dissatisfaction is just a fact of life in the desire realm. Generate a strong awareness that our current samsaric existence is suffering by nature. Whatever we have will change. And birth is dying, and dying is birth. Meditate just for a short moment on this fact. Birth is dying, and dying is birth. Constant change, uncontrolled, beyond control, and in the suffering of nature. Contemplate that it would be lovely to know that we might end up with a higher rebirth in the three upper realms, human realms, or the God realms. But even that won't last. Being born high will lead to low. We have presumably been gods many times, but right now we are sitting here as humans, so we haven't been enlightened yet, and being a god didn't lead to enlightenment. The only solution is liberation entirely from samsara. Understanding that we need to be liberated. And once getting a sense of nirvana, we choose not to abide in nirvana, but realize that once we are abiding in nirvana, we choose to postpone our liberation to get back as a human being or a bodhisattva in order to benefit other sentient beings. This is what the Buddhas are doing. Non-abiding nirvana, such a huge task, but that is what the Buddhas are doing. Choosing to come back, manifesting for our benefit. And they're doing it right now for us, so we can be liberated. And once it gets our turn, we can choose to do the same. Imagine helping all mother sentient beings, helping them being liberated. So conclude by recalling the Buddha in front of you. Visualize that the Buddha absorbs into light, and it absorbs into you through the crown of your head. Feel that you are one with the Buddha in the form of all-encompassing space. Think that this is union oneness. Guru, Buddha, you, the mind of a Buddha. Achieving the mind of a Buddha. And once that happens, also trying to achieve the body of a Buddha through the method bodhicitta. And we will dedicate the merit of this meditation, thinking, may this action become the cause of enlightenment, so we can perfectly lead all sentient beings into their enlightened state as quickly as possible, because suffering is undesirable no matter who it is. And if you don't want it, nobody wants it, but everybody wants liberation. May we be the ones who achieve the liberation for the benefit of sentient beings. Thank you.